So start streaming. Streaming has officially started.
It's
Check.
So we can just try if the sound works. Just want to check.
Okay.
live stream is live.
Okay, that's sound work.
Sound works. Just want to check.
Nice. All right. Here goes nothing. So my name's Tony. I run a company called Decent Labs, and well, some background. Let's skip the background. The thing is, we have a motto in this company. We enjoy to fail in creative ways. So we built a tiny blockchain chain from scratch that runs in browsers. As we figured there were a lot more phones out there than servers. So yeah. Oh.
Could be a server.
Well, technically, yes, it's a node. Also designed it so that any app using the technology does not need to be installed or have a registration page. A full node on page load. We hope to be able to, deploy nodes faster than lights. So far, all our projects have repeatedly failed, but we're confident. Next one's gonna work. So, okay, second part. Currently, we're working on a Markdown Editor, the world's smallest Markdown Editor. Looks like this, very small. But it's actually a blockchain, or a DAG, but without a coin. So we're researching coinless blockchains because we believe that some things lose their value when you put a price tag on it, and some things should not ever have a price on it. Well, trying to be decent, not evil, I promise. So the thing with this Markdown editor, it uses Pico stack, which is it's a collection of all our successful failures. You might call it a browser competitor to Substrate, maybe. I'm not sure. But check it out, and if you like it or have questions, ask on a Discord or something. So this was all I had. I'm gonna click it now. Maybe I should have clicked it before, but here's the editor. It's pretty cool. Let's see. Works now. So the thing is, I just loaded up a full node of the blockchain I'm building. The data here is completely, well, it's a block, and it's so small it fits inside of the URL at the moment. We haven't activated peer-to-peer transport. Having said that, yeah, if you share this link, you're technically replicating. So. So no, but seriously, this is just a demo of different alternative ways that you actually can transfer data. I mean, you can email Git patches, right? And that's where it all started. We tried to find out other ways of using all the blockchain technology. The problem with that is disconnected from the world. So we've been working on this like 3 years now. We have no clue what's going on during that period of time. Are my 5 minutes up?
You can ask us questions if you don't have any clue what's going on.
Like it.
Yeah, I think it's really important to have like this sort of tech stack available to people where they are, like in the browser. The way that like the quote unquote blockchain community is trying to accomplish the same thing is they're building light clients for their blockchains and embedding it into the browser in like WASM or something.
Yeah.
That ends up being like megabytes, and also you can only like you rely on other people to provide infrastructure to you.
Yeah.
And currently there's no incentive layer behind that.
Okay. That's interesting, actually. So, well, of course, yeah, WASM kind of changes the world a lot, but yeah, there's an extra step. That's the thing. So, yeah, I really wanted to get rid of the extra step. I wanted to be able to try different kind of applications, try different type of consensus that are not connected to a coin, because you can actually make a lot of applications and a lot of interesting stuff that is just, I mean, there's a lot of social functions out there that rely just on common sense. Most of that could maybe to some degree be quantified and modeled. Some primary functions doesn't have to have a coin. So I built this network, this framework, to very fastly prototype and test out different ideas. Well, it's not really ready for production. We're still working on it. It's just me and one more guy at the moment. There's been another guy in the past, but well, I guess it's going to be done when it's done. Question?
Yeah, I have a question regarding this editor. Yesterday you showed me how it works. Like, can you show it again? Maybe because it has like this Markdown part, so it looks very similar to HackMD.
Yeah. So I couldn't get past the captchas on HackMD, so I built this editor instead. Basically, it's very simple. You create a new note. And there's some hacks in there, of course. You can have big emojis and things, but I don't have emoji keyboard on laptop yet. Wait, can you hold this? Right, great. So we have papers. This is not just a Markdown editor. It is also a kind of a digital postcard. So if you have a friend or something, you just want to send a message, you can actually edit in here. And here's the cool thing.
Or something.
This is just CSS. Oh shit! I'm explaining everything in the wrong way. That's why you have like question marks. So this blockchain has a special consensus. You're only allowed to store 1K of data, 1024 bytes. So your text can't be bigger than that, because otherwise I can't fit it in QR codes and URLs and DNS and whatnot. So it has to be small. But the thing is, once you have written your message here, right, you publish it, it gets signed. At the moment, it just gets stashed in this URL. So when you're actually sharing this URL or sending to somebody, you're actually sending the full message. This is very censorship resistant. And if you put it on any platform, then they are effectively hosting your message. Yeah.
So for this particular use case, what part of it would you describe as the blockchain component?
So yeah, it's kind of hard to demonstrate right now because it only supports like one James's block. That's the message. We're building peer-to-peer swarm into it, so you will be able to. Well, we're still experimenting with that. We're gonna make longer chains, but at the moment, all we have is a lot of genocide blocks. Like each message is a genocide blocks, and we're gonna try and put some game rules on. No, Genesis. Wait, how do you say that in plural?
I don't know. Genocide, I guess, but something like genocide. I'm like, okay.
Genocide block. I'm gonna get one of those. They sound cool. um,
But wait, if I want to use this as a normal Markdown editor and don't want to send this as that kind of message,
Yeah.
can I collaborate with anyone?
Yeah, there is some issues we have to resolve first. We're working on it, so there's gonna be like 2 modes for it. Basically, you're gonna have one component that is your private notebook. In private notebook, that's where you can sync between your own devices, your friends, and stuff like that. And then there's gonna be the public notebook. The public notebook is gonna be on the front page. We're gonna try and actually make a consensus to try and figure out what should be on the front page. For a limited amount of time, like you can just publish a note and we'll just, hopefully, it will reach as many computers as possible. Yeah, that's the idea. And within 20 minutes, just disappear or something.
If I want to use it now for myself only, is this published already?
Yeah.
So I can use it instead of HackMD to
I mean, recommend it, but yes.
because currently the data is stored in the browser only, right?
Yeah. So I wouldn't. I mean, this is pretty much an alpha demo. It's published on pure.sorcery.co. Nice address. Anyway.
Wizard address.
Yeah. So you can use it. You can actually start playing with it. And try to make it like playful and inviting. So to get some more help. Well, I don't know.
Can you share a little bit about like how, because this is a peer-to-peer technology, so it's not storing data on any server. How do you do networking between peers? How do peers find each other? How does that part work?
This is the problem. In the development builds, we actually have used Hyperswarm Web for now. We're relying a lot on the technology built by the hyper protocol people, those guys. So pretty much all our network infrastructure right now is piggybacking on theirs. Having said that, I think I want to move all of that a little bit away from the user. Like if you want to create an app, it should be fast. You should be able to use it. Try and make some kind of block game rules. Like it should be a framework that is designed for mortals, regular people. It's just I haven't figured out how to do that yet.
So with block game rules, you mean something like a smart contract?
Yeah.
In some way.
Yeah. That's.
How does it work, or what would be an example?
Well, that's kind of hard because there's a lot of smart contracts already, right? That do different things. Like, I don't know. The main difference there is that we don't actually support a token. We don't have any gas fees or stuff like that.
So what would be like a hello world block rule, something simple, and so how would that work?
Well, at the moment, that's that actually. That's a block that arrived on your screen there. You accepted it. There was no filter that rejected it. If the block comes from the URL, then the filter policy is set to accept. If the block is going to come from the discover page here, where you're connected to lots of anonymous people, then that's the interesting part where we want to explore some more. Oh yeah, right. I forgot to mention that. We also have a garbage collector. It's really weird. So since we're targeting mobile devices, we kind of throw away blocks. We don't rely on having a full consistent history. We kind of expect the other blockchains to take care of that if we find something interesting. So I want to build a really short-term lived kind of data storage that doesn't have a full archive. So anything that times out, any blocks that are no longer interesting should be just expunged from the network on the same kind of filtering rules as being accepted. Also have like expunge rules. Again, this is all extremely new. And I hope to be able to show something better, I guess, in the coming time.
One more question. How do you fund this project? Like, is this all your just free time, or what are your plans regarding that? Do you think you?
Yeah, at the moment we're completely self-funded. Yeah, I don't know. It depends. I mean, I work as a consultant, and that's the overhead that goes there. Trying to find like-minded people who don't mind working as consultants and pull together money.
You mentioned also, I think, that you are looking for collaborators. Would you like people to help you build the stack, or to build using the stack and give you like some feedback about how to improve it?
Yeah, both actually. I mean, I need somebody who is. I mean, I need people who want to try stuff. That would be really helpful, and because it's kind of becoming a bit of a bigger project than I expected it to be. So at some point, you kind of need to ask the community for help, and so we're pretty much releasing everything copyleft, even our own projects. So everything is up there for reading and stuff. I mean, it's
100% open source.
yeah, 100%.
From day one.
Yeah.
I have one question.
Well,
So, you mentioned that you mentioned that you don't have any coin or tokens for that, but are you going to issue some tokens in the future? Because so that for the community to have the incentive to support this project.
I wish I could, but then I run into the same problem again. Like, I'm trying to find the use cases for those situations when you don't actually need money. I mean, like giving somebody water or stuff like that. That's enough. I mean, no. At the moment, no. That's the short answer. I can't. I wish I could, but I can't, because then I kind of just built another blockchain with a coin on it. So it's not that I'm against them per se. It's just that research try to find a use case for one that doesn't have it. Because as said, I think words is a good example. Like, I think that words lose their value if you put a price on them. So yeah. It's a very weird and awkward blockchain. Please help me finish it.
I will just. Sorry.
What do you think would be you could imagine like wild success? What would that be? Then I have a follow-up question after that.
Yeah, well, thanks. Success would be to have built something useful, something that is just used because people enjoy using it. That would have been a good success for me. It means that, well, when reach some kind of equilibrium, any kind of equilibrium is a good one, because I'm just trying to find one that doesn't have on it.
I like saying that the incentive should be the utility of the project, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's deep.
Do you have a follow-up question?
follow-up question. So if you wanted something that people use, what is the thing that you would measure the most?
What would be measuring the most? How the hell do I measure something? Wait, there's an issue. I can't measure if people are actually using this or not.
You can voluntarily give feedback.
Yeah. You see based on the number of, I don't know, people who join your Discord or something?
Yeah, of course. No, but I mean, I think it's a good use case for games. Like, if there's a game that is fun and people like to spend time with it, then that is something I would very much value. So,
Number of games made using it.
yeah, I mean, if I can, well, yeah, I mean, if it can burn time in order to do some cool stuff, then that's cool. I don't know how to answer that question.
My question is just like, why are tokens used in blockchains? They are like, what is the role of tokens in blockchains? You have, like Joshua, a lot of experiences. Like, if there is not necessarily a need for token, then why are there in every blockchain so far? And if it's possible, how come there was no chain without a token created yet?
So generally speaking, tokens are used as kind of like the transaction fee is used as a disincentive for spam. In the blockchain networks where they have removed that functionality in exchange for example, on EOS, there is a gas mechanism where like you buy a certain amount of gas and that entails you to not pay fees up to a certain throughput. That usually leads to a lot of spam or like useless transactions on the blockchain, where it's like people filling the block space up with things that don't actually like.
I hear you. Can I say something on it?
I was just gonna mention that like the solution that I saw from one of your projects is it like the same. It's like having a time-based limit kind of operates, and you're not working with singular blockchain either, because everybody has their own basically. So you don't really have that issue.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. Like, I'm trying to, first of all, try to disincentive spam bots, and the consensus. The way I think about when I build them, like I have maybe 4 failed consensi on my neck now, but I'm thinking of a way to build a game that is just as hard for robots to do as humans. Like, latest idea is to try and predict where a target is going to be in the future. Time predictions is going to be just as tough for the robots to do as humans. I mean, we can't see in the future. That's my idea right now, but I don't really, well, I haven't explored it yet, so I can't really say too much about it.
Maybe just one follow-up question, but this one is basically to Nora, because you asked like if there will be no token, how can community support it? Why do you think that that this is the only way, or why do you think this is even the way? And can you imagine that there could be some other ways for community to support the project? Like, I don't know.
It's I think I'm looking for the answer too, because for some X to play, X to earn projects, their incentives are basically they do something and then they can earn tokens. But there are theories shows that people don't really need to get reward from something if they really want to do something that's meaningful or useful to them, and that actually, if they can earn money from it, that actually decrease their motivation sometimes. So so that's a really a good question that probably worth the next few days for us to discuss, because I don't know the answers too. Because sometimes it works for me to some extent that I can work really hard for getting some money. Sometimes I can just work for something I really like for no money. So yeah, let's find out the answer.
Cool.
It's all about setting the right ambition level.
Yeah, if you guys pay me to do this, you can have.
So maybe this is what we can show also. Jonathan is always like making a sketch of a talk of the... How do you call this, Jonathan? What is this?
I don't know, it's just drawing.
Nice.
Show this please to the camera.
Nice.
Wow.
You'll see it on Twitter later.
Nice.
Yeah, on Twitter later.
Can I, can I use this?
Can you explain?
Dude.
Can you show it?
That's cool. Yeah, that was really cool.
Based on
The garbage collector, and then sort of having a unified Pico stack that can go on a server or a computer or all the mobile phones that are out there. This is Tony.
I am speechless. Speechless. Well, I guess thank you for letting me, or any stop the questions.
Any last thoughts? All good? Thank you, Tony. This was awesome. So
Ask
yeah.
more questions later.
Yes. We'll continue.
We
So
need next year like a follow-up to see all the features that will work in 1 year from now.
Tony, where can people find you? Where can people follow the project? How can they join?
Well, mainly right now we're based on Discord and GitHub. We're still in the middle of setting up our own organizational page. There's just a lot of overhead doing stuff by yourself in your free time. Like it's
Totally, but it's like
Yeah.
first contact, like your Twitter is, what's the...
it's dead. The captcha doesn't let me in.
Oh.
So how okay, Discord?
Discord,
Decent Labs.
Yeah, Discord. So it's either email or Discord. But I recommend Discord for now.
Sweet. We'll add the link in the YouTube. Perfect. Thank you so much.